Hello, hello. I'm waiting to see that I'm live, which usually takes a minute. So hopefully I am. And apologies for being a minute late. I was having trouble getting signed in. It feels like it's been more than a month. This has been a mad month. But I'm excited to be here with you today because today, August 5th, was a big day for Stampin' Up! Promotions. A lot, like almost too many good things to keep up with started today, but I'm going to try to get through that with you quickly. Some of them were demonstrator only, so you might think, oh, this is kind of a normal amount. But that's one of the benefits of being a demonstrator. We get early access and extra access and things like that. So we had even more to be excited about today. But for everybody, there's still a lot to be excited about in terms of new products and promotions on crafts. So let me share my screen. It looks like some things have changed. Okay. Give me just a moment to figure out this new setup. Let's see. Okay. And here we go. Okay. So you should be seeing what I'm seeing now. So we're going to start with the in color sale. This began today and it goes through the end of the month. You can save 15% on select in color products. The in colors, if you don't know, are on trend colors 5 that come out every 2 years and last for 2 years. So we have the 2025 to 2027 in colors, as well as still the second year of the 2024 to 2026 in colors going on right now. And anyway, it's not just the like in color products themselves, which you'll see here in a moment, like the cardstock, the ink, blends, markers, all of those things. It's products that have a lot of the in colors in them. So I sorted it oldest to newest. So you can see like DSP and embellishments and, there's an ink pad. But again, you have all these other products that are not just in colors, but have a lot of the in colors and are 15% off for the rest of this month. So that's exciting. So one thing to note, this cloud cover ink pad, if you haven't already heard, had some color shifting issues. Some people like the color that shows up. Sometimes it is very much true to the color of the other products, but Stampin' Up! Prides itself on that color coordination. And so they did release that. At first, they weren't going to, and then they released it only to demonstrators. Now it seems to be last chance for everyone. Although I am signed in as a demonstrator right now, so that might be why it's showing, just in case you go to buy it, you're not a demonstrator and you don't see it. It could also have sold out because some of these items like that one, if you don't just see sale, but you see last chance, that's only while supplies last. The other things could go out of stock temporarily. I want to make sure I'm not skipping something here. Going too fast. Let me just go back and go slowly. So they could go out of stock temporarily, but then they'll come back in stock, hopefully in time for the sale to still be going on. But there are no like rain checks on the sale. So definitely make sure that you're watching, or sorry, not watching, but if you see something you like, get it while you can. Sorry, I keep going too fast to even keep up with myself. So more paper, inks, DSP, embellishments, specialty papers, ink refills, even some kits, like this paper bouquet kit, which is all the in colors. These little ink spots, and this ink spot, because, I didn't mean to click on it, but there you go. This is cloud cover ink as well, one of those new ink colors. And because it's the mini ink pad, which I think are linen rather than the firm foam, like the full-size ink pad, it does not have the color shifting issue. So if you want the exact color it was intended to be to coordinate with everything, then get that mini assortment one. You even have some scrapbooking kits and some ephemera packs. I'm going to keep clicking through. There's 3 pages here. Just want you to see, I love this washi tape, just all sorts of products. I think it's a really generous sale considering, again, these are not all only in color products. Now, you're going to see a couple things show up. I tried to sort this oldest to newest so that you wouldn't see the pre-order product because that's, pardon me, not available to you yet, but it looks like those things got out of order. So if you do happen to see a couple things that you can't find as a customer, that's why. These pre-order products are for demonstrators only right now, but they'll be coming to you in September. So get excited for that. Yeah, it definitely didn't put them in the order I wanted it to. But we've got blends, as I mentioned. Let's see what else was on this page that I was talking through. Any other types of products, some ribbon and trim. Okay, and then the last page, and again, I was going to stop when I got to the pre-order product, but there's still some other current products that I wanted you to see. The one item that for some reason is listed here, but is not part of the sale is the month-by-month album retreat from 2025. And you might see $250 and be shocked. I was surprised myself. But it's 12 2-page spreads, so 24 pages. So a 2-page spread for every month of the year. So it's an entire year's scrapbook for $250. Now, that does not include the actual album itself, and some other things you might need, like inks and, kind of those like stock supplies, but it does have stamps and all the paper and lots of good things in that. Some more kits, and so yeah, just lots of good deals here, even a paper pumpkin refill. And I'm going to pause there because I think most of the rest gets into the pre-order, and again, that is yet to come. But check out that in color sale this month of August. Also, depending on where you live, you may have the back to school tax holiday in your state. So I can send this to anyone who's interested, but hopefully you can see on my screen the states here at the top. I'll see how I do on my my acronyms here. So I think it's Alabama, Arkansas, Florida. I know I have a lot of friends in Florida. That's this whole month of August. You can get $50 per item of all the items listed here, except for the Stampin' Write markers collection and the entire catalog. There's one state, I think it's Massachusetts, it's blocked right now with my screen sharing pop-up, but they can get the entire catalog. Wish I lived in Massachusetts. Speaking of, that's the next column here. So yes, it is, well, again, it's covered, but I'm almost positive it's Massachusetts. Let me see if I can scroll. Oh, there you go. Yep. So it's Massachusetts. Oh, and Ohio. Lucky Ohio this year. I used to live there. Too bad I don't anymore. Then we've got Missouri, NM. Is that New Mexico? Ohio, I mentioned. Puerto Rico, I'm guessing PR, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and West Virginia. So some different items, different purchase limits on those items depending on what state you're in and different dates as well. But it just means that your sales tax will not be applied to your order. So you'll save that percentage, whatever it is for you, 6, 7, 8%. You may still have other taxes that may apply, but that's part of the back to school sales that happen around this time every year. Unfortunately, ours in New Jersey is not happening this year, but I wanted to share it for those of you who are in a different state. The other sale that is always going on is the Last Chance products, but today they did a refresh. So I've sorted this from newest. So there's going to be some new products on here, as well as some deeper discounts on products that have already been on here. So I'll just try to scroll through quickly. But we have ink, stamp sets, dies. So these are going to be items that basically are retiring from previous catalogs. We've got these treat boxes, which I bought and still haven't played with, but I love them. They're shaped like suitcases. And some of the items will be discounted, like I mentioned, some will not. So you'll see they'll all say Last Chance, but like this is a full price bundle. This treat boxes are discounted. So it just depends. So you can also sort low to high by price. I do that a lot to see the lowest price things first, obviously, but it's not always perfectly sorted like we saw earlier. So, always scroll through. It's especially helpful if you're trying to get to like a threshold on your order, like for the $7.95 or the 11% shipping rather than the $7.95, something like that. You can come here and see what might be just a few dollars to put you over the top. But you have just the dies, just the stamp sets. You have whole suites. Those usually aren't discounted, but you can scroll through and see there's 6 pages. So I guess we won't go through it all together, but check out the Last Chance products. Oh, actually, one thing I did want to get to, though, so let me find an example. So we will click through a little bit. You will see some of the celebration items from the most recent celebration, January and February of this past year. Let me see if I can find us one. By the way, you have scrapbooking workshop kits on here for like half off. It's some really good deals. Kits. Let's see. So here you go. So I think this was a celebration designer series paper. I know this was a celebration stamp set. So they don't usually do this, but it's kind of Celebration's retirement sale because Stampin' Up! Is going to be doing something new starting, I believe, in December. So instead of having Celebration next January and February, which was Stampin' Up!'s annual sale, where for it went from $50 to $60 you spent, you got to choose an exclusive product from an exclusive catalog for free. Now there's going to be something called Product of the Month, and it's going to be year round. So something different, something I think better in some ways. And so more information to come on that. We're still learning about that as demonstrators ourselves. But that's why they've added some of these celebration products to the Last Chance, and they are discounted. So check those out if you want. They're only while supplies last, as everything on the Last Chance section is. So here's a kit from Celebration, some embellishments from Celebration. I think most, if not all, of the Celebration items. There's another stamp set from it. Some more DSPs, some more stamp sets, all showed up here. And in fact, This stamp set, for instance, Corner and Bloom, this was only available with a $120 purchase, and now it's only $19.20. So that's a real deal. So check it out. Always can shop last chance, whatever's there. So today we had not one, not two, but 3 new kits come available, and some of them are already on sale. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because of the in colors being a part of them, but let's go through them together. So we have Brighten Your Day kit. I think this one is hard to see on the computer, but I think it's really beautiful. Like if I zoom in here, you can see these really delicate laser cut pieces, flowers on this one, and then you have this beautiful kind of soft stencil on the envelope with the same purples from the card base. And here, this is what really got me, the birds. And then down here, this beautiful like fern leaf. So I just think it's really soft and elegant. And it's a no stamping kit, so it comes with the sentiments pre-printed. You have, you make the world a better place, hoping this brightens your day, and just a little note. So I think that's really beautiful. But because it's a little more subtle, I think hard to read on the computer. This is a really different type of kit, which I'm always excited to see, a home decor kit, a Harvest Home Garland kit. And so you can make this garland, which is 5.5 feet long, so quite large. The colors are Cajun Craze, Copper, Gray, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Very Vanilla, and White. By the way, when you just see something like gray with a lowercase, it's not one of Stampin' Up's specific colors, like Gray Granite, for instance. It's just gray. Sometimes it's a color that's retired, and sometimes it's just not an exact match, because they're not trying to get it to be an exact match to a Stampin' Up color that would have a name with capital letters. So anyway, so I think that's really neat for fall. You can see the little acorns on there. Here's a picture of everything that comes in it. Comes with the cord and everything you need. So let's see. Let me go back. I think on that first kit, I didn't read the colors. So purples, blues, tans. Obviously, the Stampin' Up versions of those, I could guess them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep moving through. So this bunch of thanks kit, this is one of the ones that's on sale right now, I think because of the in-color sale, because it did show up there. We didn't see it because, again, it got a little out of order into some of the pre-order products. But I love this, that it's these little bouquets of flowers wrapped up like in paper, and then they open up and you can have another sentiment stamped, or you could write a message on the inside. So I think that's really neat. And you have flowers on the envelopes. Here's all the supplies. It is a stamping kit, as I mentioned. And here's a stamp set. So very grateful. Thanks a bunch, which of course I love, with a bunch of flowers. To, from, thank you, and for your love and support. So thank you for your love and support. Yeah. So 3 new kits, and then we still have lots of other kits, several of which are on sale. So here's another one I just bought. It's actually on the table behind me, being ready to be assembled. I was playing with all the pieces. It's a neat one because every card is a little different. You can kind of mix and match and do your own thing. But that is on sale. If only I'd waited. The Make a Memory scrapbooking kit, Pop-Up Pals we saw because of the in-color sale, but some of these I'm not sure why it is. Maybe it's all because of the in-color sale, but I haven't totally figured it out. Some of them are last chance. This one was a celebration, a couple more last chance, but like, look at the deals, half off on some of them. And of course, again, if they're last chance, they'll sell out and that'll be it. So yeah, lots of these kits on sale. So definitely get them while you can, if you like them. And the last kit I'll talk about is this month's Paper Pumpkin kit. So this has to be ordered by August 10th. So we have just a few more days. It's the Farmhouse Florals kit. I think it's going to be a little bit like that Bunch of Thanks kit in terms of bouquets of flowers in unexpected places, they say. Sending whimsical cards featuring flowers nestled in delightfully unexpected places, like teacups you can see on the stamp set. And this kit actually comes with not one, but 2 stamp sets. They've been doing that in August for a while now. So you get a bonus stamp set, all for the same price. This kit makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, with coordinating envelopes, of course. You have the pre-cut paper pieces, linen thread. It's almost always linen thread when it's a thread or ribbon. I just think it's funny, but it's so versatile, so I get it. And then on the stamp sets, you'll have stamps for the insides and outsides of the cards, which is nice. The coordinating colors are Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Gray Granite, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie, and Secret Sea, which is the Stampin' spot. That's one of my favorite of the new in colors. It's almost black blue. It's like deep denim. So anyway, and that is going to be August's kit. September's kit will start the subscription period for that, on August 11th. And this one coordinates with a suite in the upcoming September to December, I call it holiday mini catalog. And I've had a chance to see that as a demonstrator. I got to pre-order starting today, actually. So I'm going to go work on my pre-order right after this. But the Autumn Toile Suite collection is gorgeous, and this kit coordinates with that. So you can also still, I believe, get the Circle of Seasons add-on dies, which coordinated with July and will coordinate with August and September's kits as well. So if you have any questions about that or any of this, you can reach out to me at hannahcraftedgifts@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to help you shop. It's fun to play personal shopper and help someone find the things that are going to delight them or delight others, because that's one of the great things about this. We don't just buy crafts to enjoy them ourselves, although if you're like me, you do. But then you get to share that with others by sending them cards or gifts or making home decor pieces, whatever it may be. And so the enjoyment just continues and compounds. But like I said, you can reach out to me, hannahcraftedgifts@gmail.com. And if you like this video, please click like, comment, and I can reply to you here as well if you don't want to reach out via email. And the most helpful thing you can do is subscribe or follow and share with others who you think might be interested to come see me in my Mickey pajamas or whatever pajamas I happen to have on when I do these Newsday Tuesdays live on around the first Tuesday of every month. And the other things that I do, I love to create, and I love to connect, and this allows me to do both. So thank you for your support. I see a couple people are watching. Hello, friends, whoever you are. I'd love to know, comment, and I'll check that out. So thank you all for your support, and happy crafting.